Welcome, Clashers one and all. It's your host, Galadon. Thank you for stopping by so much. Yes, today, Clash Royale, we're talking about trophy records. I don't know if it's something in the air, something in the water, but in the Full Attack clan, okay, we don't share the same water, but 7 of us, the top 7 trophy players in the clan right now, are all at our personal best ever. Now, 4471 was where I was at. I'm actually a little bit past that right now. Guys are pushing past 5,000 though. I just don't have the skills to get there. I don't have the skills to pay the bills, but I do my best. And as you can see, I mean, I've got a bunch of level 10, 11 guys chasing my tail here. And as we go down the roster, we are looking at some of the actual replays of the battles that got a few of us to our personal best, starting out with D-Bizzle, who has been using a golem-based deck, and that's kind of the cool thing about it. There's so many different strategies happening just in our clan. You know, I mean, I believe, unfortunately, we've got a Dirty Rocket user, we've got some guys who love the Royal Giant, we've got some guys who love Sparky. Of course, I hate a lot of those cards, but hey, that's the game. All's fair in love and Clash. And it's just going to happen that way. There's no way you can avoid it, so you either learn to beat them or join them. Alright, so D-Bizzle taking down a tower early with a big push, and you can see he is facing a Sparky deck. Sparky, one of my worst nightmares, but simply because my deck is just not so much prepared for it. The Galatrol deck, all over the place, but Sparky seems to be my Achilles heel, my kryptonite. Well, you get the point. Alright, so the golem goes down, and we'll see how Sparky fends off the golem right here. And single shot, only taking about 25% of the golem's health. So the golem successfully tanking Sparky, but then the giant getting a lot of damage on D-Bizzle's tower. And eventually the Sparky looks like it does fall. The golemite is still up, but so is the giant. That giant gets about 2/3 of the hit points off that tower before it finally goes down. And D-Bizzle's huge lead in the beginning of this battle has been whittled down, and you can see he's just barely ahead right now. In fact, he's probably already thinking he's going to have to push after that other tower. And sure enough, here comes the giant. Good counter with the minion horde this time, but the fireball wipes them out. The giant is on top of that tower, and even with more minions, that tower is down. Is that 16? 16 hit points left on that tower. That is just a strong breeze. And this battle is going to be tied. But in the meantime, the golem has gotten to the tower. And the golem with some goblins, there's a fireball, and that tower is severely damaged. From nearly full health down to just a couple of hundred hit points left. And even though this giant is going to get in and that tower is going to fall to the zap, it's just not going to work out for Porter because his own tower is in severe danger and the fireball is going to do it. Time counts down and D-Bizzle hits his all-time trophy high. So congrats to all the players in Full Attack and any of you guys who are currently hitting your all-time trophy high. Obviously, the update has encouraged a lot of new and different strategies. Very fun to see players practicing their skill both in the tournaments and in the challenges as well. I figure in my clan, it's just a matter of time before one of these guys at level 11 ends up with more trophies than me, and that's just going to be embarrassing. All right, so maybe I better work on my skill set. Anyway, so we're watching Matt and another slightly different deck, or very different than that last deck we saw, Golem base. This time we've got the Giant in there, and a lot of players going towards the Giant, even though it did have that damage decrease. I still think that that was not enough of a nerf. The Giant still just completely overused. Come on, you guys. You've got to agree with me. This card is everywhere. I'm guessing, statistically speaking, when it comes down to troop cards, excluding spell cards, the Giant still has to be by far the most frequently used troop card in the game. And unless there's another nerf, we're not going to see a change. Maybe the new cards could change it. Maybe that Inferno Dragon is going to make the Giant less powerful. I don't know. 4 Elixir will be a positive trade. But how often is it that a person sends in a Giant all by itself, like Matt right here? Usually there's support, there's minions, there's a Sparky, there's a balloon, there's something else that's going to help that Giant out in getting to the tower. Even something like an Ice Wizard would make a big difference. So again, things are going to change. Obviously, that Inferno Dragon going to make a huge difference. The Bowler, another card, I gotta tell you, Giant Bowler decks, that right now, probably the most annoying thing. And at the risk of repeating myself, not a fan of the Giant Bowler simply because I feel like it's the most powerful combination in the game right now. That Bowler knockback is just brutal. Just makes it so difficult. It's such a solid counter to so many different cards. The Musketeer, the Valkyrie, Barbarians, any ground units are just going to get crushed. Even a Hog Rider is going to get forced back coming at a tower. Bowler great on offense and defense. Man, I guess I should probably learn how to use it and quit whining. But like I said, if you can't beat him, join him. If you are frustrated by a card, maybe that means it's time to learn how to use that card. And one of the best ways to learn is through watching your own defeats. Sometimes you can watch another player's strategy and adopt their deck, and turn it around. I've done that in the past, and definitely done a few episodes like that where I'll lose to a player with a certain deck, use his deck, and okay, sometimes I lose, but sometimes I'll use his deck and win with it and stick with it for a bit longer. So Matt grinding down on his opponent's towers, but he's going to lose his own tower with less than 20 seconds left. He just barely is going to get to this tower in time with the Giant and with the Zap spell. Where is it? Where is it? 5, come on. Oh, there it is. Okay, come on, Matt. She's had me worried there. I'm like, I thought he won this battle. Okay, so he ties it up with a Zap spell right at the very end. It looks like he's going to lose his tower. Somehow he holds off that big push and starts a counter of his own led by the Giant. He loses everybody else to the poison. And so many times in this battle, we saw Matt with the lonely Giant. Here come the Goblins in from the side in support. Giant gets the tower down. And with 40 seconds left, Matt reaches his all-time trophy high, 2 crowns to 1. Now, I think we have room in this episode for a noob getting to his top trophy level. Now, guess what? It's the Galatrol deck. Yes, bringing it out once again because I'm just having way too much fun with it. I just have been having a blast. Like I said in previous episodes, it's fun and it's frustrating to lose, but it's so much more fun to win when you're using such a strange deck. And late in the battle, you end up overwhelming your opponent with multiple princesses or multiple fire spirits or goblin barrels all over the place, or even a group of knights moving in. Maybe it's Night and Day, the 2-night card that I talked about. Come on, Supercell. You can put that card in the game. You can. It's so brilliant. I promise I will not charge you a fee. Just put it in. Go for it. You have my permission. All right, so trying to hold this guy off. I got a pretty good push off that tower, 2/3 down. He throws in the rage spell, and just the raged musketeer and nothing else just nearly annihilates my tower. Just one unit causing so much damage. And right here, in comes the goblin barrel, and he drops the dragon instead of the fireball. That gives me the tower, and we've got the 1 crown lead against another level 13 player, Nico X Loki. And you'll notice he's got the P.E.K.K.A. and the rocket. Now, we saw the rocket in the beginning of the battle when he rocketed my collector off to the right. This guy's got all sorts of range damage. The fireball takes down the princess. My tower now severely damaged, not looking good. And then, why do I put the elixir collector there? I will never know, because you know his answer, of course, is another rocket on the tower and the elixir collector together. Oh wait, I know why, because I'm a noob. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Sometimes I forget that I'm a noob. Anyway, so yeah, not a great elixir collector placement. Definitely should have gone in the middle, up a couple of spaces, out of range of all 3 towers. Not that he's going to hit the king's tower, but you get the point. Okay, so now he's coming with his own push and a rage spell again, but luckily I've got the knight in there, but this is tough. I didn't really know what to drop next. I put the Inferno down. It works out for the most part, but again, the witch is going to get in there under rage and get a lot of damage off my left tower. A little bit of panic set in there. Now here comes another elixir collector, Galadon. Where are you going to put it? Good job. All right, learning from the rockets, right and left, left and right, rockets all over the place. Finally putting the elixir collector in the middle, and now he's got a giant P.E.K.K.A. Okay, regular size, but it looks giant to me. My eyes like saucers right now. Here comes the rocket. That, of course, is going to tie up the score. I throw in the goblin barrel, trying to get some damage off that tower. Works out pretty well. Those guys doing a great job. The Inferno Tower is eventually going to get to the P.E.K.K.A. There it goes. Princess in support. That witch so very dangerous, but the princess doing a great job of controlling the skeletons. Another princess off to the side, doesn't work out. Panic, goblin barrel there. That another fail. I tell you, but it's panic mode. In these battles, it is full panic mode. Time has run out. The P.E.K.K.A. moving in, out of range. I throw another Inferno Tower. That's right, double Inferno beams. wiping out that P.E.K.K.A, clearing everybody out. Oh, the Rage Spell, not going to collect this time, and that is my opportunity. One more Goblin Barrel moving in, but it's the Clutch Princess at the river whose final arrows take down the tower. Everybody was there, another Goblin Barrel in the air, and I hit my trophy high, breaking 4,500 for the very first time. But hey, it's Galadon. That's about all you can expect. I don't think I'm going to 5,000, just saying. But anyway, thank you guys again for watching all the way to the end of this episode. Watch the stream, subscribe, like, comment below. Cafe Mocha, see you tomorrow. Full attack.
Galadon, no more caffeine for you. I'm cutting you off at the knees.